Hello there, how are you keeping? As you can see here, we're at the top of our mountain here in Out of War. Now we cleared the path up to this higher elevation there with the Dozer in the last episode, and today we're going to continue on. My goal is to reach the far fridge line, or ridge line, fridge line says I. I'm hungry, I'm thinking about what's in the fridge. But the goal today is to dig out our path and get as far or as much progress as we can to that ridge line. Now obviously we're in our Dozer here, the D11. We got the wide tracks fitted to that, but the weather is really coming down hard on us here today. We're kind of thunderstorming and lightning and all of it. So conditions are a little bit against us, but if we can dig in a path here, it should be relatively easy to scrape our way all the way over there, get rid of this top layer of ice at least, and get down to some mud there so our tires can get some friction, so I can move some heavy machinery over this way. Oops, and we're not off to a great start here, as you can see. Let's try and fix ourselves there. Now if I can dig into this right side of the hill there and kind of push that dirt down to our left, just to create an even enough platform there that we can somewhat say resembles a road or a path. And we're sliding. Let's go back there and take another little chunk off of this. Alright, if I can turn the blade there slightly to the right, it should help us with digging in a little bit into this hillside here. But we're definitely sliding there. I have the wide tracks in the Dozer. I'm not quite sure if it makes a difference, to be completely honest. You would assume that it does, but of course it doesn't help that we're on a giant slope here, let's be honest about it. The blade is creating some dirt that I don't really want at the moment. Let's try and get some forward momentum. Just raise that blade as high as I can there. But we're really struggling here. And I'm curious if these weather conditions affect the movement of the vehicles. I would assume it does. Although I was working in clear conditions there yesterday, and it was at least as difficult, if not more difficult, to move. Alrighty, let's try and reset ourselves here and go again. If we can get past this steep slope to the right, to the left there, we should be fairly straightforward to get up that hill itself. But I'm just making a complete mess of this now. And that's not great. Alrighty, let's try and rescue the situation here. Let's get out there and flatten this out behind us here. It's really quite a steep hill that we're working on at the moment. But the shovel should be able to rescue us, hopefully. So you can hear that weather coming down on us now. All this rain and the ice is going to make for treacherous conditions, that's for sure. Hopefully we can actually get ourselves back in position here. Slowly but surely getting there. Okay, let's creep forward there. Don't really want to do a whole lot of digging, but we can lower the blade now. And we're just sliding to the left. Come on. Dig in. That top layer of ice doesn't want to play ball there. It's just stubborn material to get through. Okay, and this is more like it. Come on, dig in. There we go. A little bit of forward progress this time. Okay, let's just eyeball where we're going. We're going a little bit too far to the right there, but maybe we can use this to our advantage. Let's try and straighten that blade out. And we're just digging way too far into the hill now. The terrain here is kind of naturally pushing me, slipping and sliding out to the left there, which is to be expected. But if I can continue on this little ridge line that I'm creating and turn to the left here. Alright, let's back that up there. Not sliding. So let's lower this down here as much as I can. And I want to kind of push some dirt over this edge here. Give ourselves a little bit of a wider platform. Come on. There we go, that's a little bit more like it. Now if I can just keep my tracks on this path, it should be good to make a bit more progress. Oops. It's all kind of dangerous. Come on. Okay, I think I'll reverse it there and try and move out to the left again. Oh, don't want to go too far there. I can see myself having a really major accident. And every time I get some forward momentum, I'm just sliding off to the left. Alrighty. Keep going, keep going. Let's try and be a little more ballsy here and not risk sliding off. But if I keep going there, I'm most definitely going to fall to a certain depth. Come on. See, the problem I'm having is because we're on a slope here, the blade there is creating material under the dozer. Anytime I move back, it's not exactly what I want. But if we're lucky here, maybe it will work out in our favor. If I could just get you to the left there without sliding too much. Okay, that's more like it. Dig in. Now, ideally, If I could force my way down this hill here, we'll be in the clear of this rather rough part. When I was eyeing this up before I started recording there, I was, kind of seeing this bit being a big problem. But it's been okay so far, at least we're getting some forward momentum. Okay, let's just back it up there and realign ourselves a little bit. Hug this right side the best we can, and it's just going to force us to the left whether we like it or not, so I may as well just persevere into the side of the hill here. And slowly but surely we're getting there. Yeah, that's good. A little bit caught up there, but thankfully we're able to ride it pretty easily. I didn't really plan on having to cut so far into this hillside here. It's just kind of working out that way. I have a general idea of where I'm going, but not how I'm getting there, essentially. Let's cut another little bit off the ground here, or push another bit along. We made decent progress. It's not the prettiest in the world, but I'll come along with the roller and fix her up. Maybe break out a little bit of gravel there as well, just to give our tires a bit of traction when I'm moving machinery up this way. We're all caught up. With the blade angled into the mountainside there, but we're not going really where I want us to go, so let's just drop that off there and try and make some inroads down the hill now. Come on. It's a little bit of a frustrating machine to use, the Dozer. It's a lot of fun, but it's so unpredictable, at least for me. I'm sure if you were skilled at it, all of this would be easy work. I guess there's only one way to get a little bit better with it, and that is to use it. Okay, we'll ease off while our autosave is doing. Or while our autosave is kicking in there. Not sure if we're quite halfway to the destination yet, but most certainly making inroads. Okay, let's start pushing again. My terraforming is unlocked. And we can force our way down this hill here. We're lucky. Get that blade down as low as possible. Oh, and I don't think we're getting back up this, are we? Use the handbrake there to force a stop. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So what we can do is swing our machine around here and dig back up to meet our path, or scrape back up to meet our path, I should say. And hopefully this will actually make this doable and a little bit easier. We're on a bit of a bad angle there, so let me angle that blades to the left. And if we can make it up to meet our path here, we'll be doing quite well. Getting caught up there and some permafrost or some ice. Let's try and dig back in here. Oh, you can see the lightning. Very nice detail there. You can see the very dim lights of my warehouse off over in the distance there. Alrighty, let's see if we can take a couple of chunks out of this. Almost back up to where we slid off now. Whoa, easy there. Try and scrape a bit more of this ice with me as I come back up to rejoin the pathway. can just push that mound of dirt there back up the hill if I could. If you would oblige, please, Mr. Bulldozer, come on. Oh, and there was the accident that was waiting to happen. It's not ideal. Alright, let's call in the chopper here and get ourselves fixed, and we'll go again. So my D11, there she is. Now I'm thinking if we can come out at this mound of dirt here from the other side, we'll hopefully be able to push through to this steep incline. So let's flatten this out a little bit here, so when we get that machine back up here, it doesn't just fall off the side of this hill basically. Alright, let's drop that there. And we made a decent amount of progress there. I'm going to go ahead and grab the roller there and see if I can actually get it up here to help us out. Let's get the lights on so we can see what we're doing at least. And we're going to lose momentum here as soon as I turn that vibro on. But I got up here yesterday in this machine, so hopefully she'll oblige again today. Just losing all momentum there as I turn that roller. Let's try and keep it to a straight line. We'll come back and do a little bit of cleaning up by hand if necessary. Oh, it's a little bit out of reach for this machine. So if we can get up on this bit here on the left, and we'll angle our roller into the piece on the right, then should be able to get up there. No, it just doesn't want to do it. Let me get out here with the shovel real quick and help this machine out. That should do, I would hope. Let's crawl up that hill there. Come on. Can straighten the machine out now and get ready for this left turn. Actually, we can start turning there already, why not? As soon as we get around this turn, we're going to level out a bit. There we go. So it should be quite a lot easier now. I'll have to do a couple of passes with the roller, of course, but let's just do a small bit here just to check on the progress that we've made on this path. We'll hug the left side for now. Kind of establish the width of this dirt road. Oh, what are you doing? Come on. The foot brake doesn't want to work, so we'll have to take advantage of our parking brake there to get things back under control. And she's putting in some good work here. Alrighty, let's park her up there. We'll jump back in the dozer and get back to work. Just get my lights on there so I can see it a little bit easier at least. Alright, we can start cutting straight away almost. And never mind, I forgot that we're being immediately pushed to the left every time we try to push some dirt here. Okay. And we can just keep cutting into this right side here. Oh, it is stubborn, this thick layer of ice. That's more like it if I can just swing around to the left now. Just make this turn. There we go, there's a bit of a crest on that hill there, but the roller will sort that out. Alrighty, let's come down this hill and scrape a little bit of this ice away with us as we come. Yeah, well, there's no such thing as backing up there. That's okay. Ugh. Digging in a little bit more than I'd like to here. Whoa. Alrighty, we just made a big hole. And we are most definitely stuck. Let's see if we can drive out of it. No, she is well and truly stuck. Let's do a little bit of work with the hand tools here. See if we can't improve our situation. Alright, I think that should be decent enough. Let's try again. Push our way up this hill. And we're scraping. Push to the right there, let's realign. We'll go to the left side of this kind of rock that's sticking, or the right side I should say. The way that we're naturally being dragged anyway, it's not like I have much choice about which way I want to go. Alrighty. Making steady progress now, this is good. A little bit of a rough terrain over here. We'll do a couple of passes here with the dozer until we get a decent enough pathway. Let's go back and go again. Whoa, relax, relax. A bit of a hill to climb here on the last stretch of our journey. Okay, and I'm kind of okay with turning to the left here. We've come quite a far way there from where we had the accident. Pretty happy with that progress. Hopefully we can get through the last stretch of this here without any major incidents. Really putting this machine to the test. Well, it is the best dozer, or I'm not sure if it's the best dozer, but it is the biggest, most expensive dozer available in the game, at the moment at least. I haven't tried too many of them. I've tried the D9 and this is the D11, I believe. Costs about 1.8 million there, so it's definitely not too hard to get your hands on this thing. And I suppose this is really kind of pushing a dozer to the extreme. There is a very little chance of seeing what I'm trying to do here in an actual setting. I believe this is kind of a really questionable at best. I'm not sure any operator would take on a danger like this. But it is a fun little game, the things you can do. I'm quite astonished at the size of this map. I think it's one of the older maps in the game. And I did have a look on the YouTube, and there isn't too much content on this actual map, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to play this one, really. Just as I've seen bits and pieces of the other maps, you know, everybody likes to play on the quarry map and those. But I like this kind of... it just feels like there's a bit of a survival aspect to the map. I know that there isn't in the game, but kind of feels like you're very much out here on your own, doing our best to bring some population and industrialize this area the best we can here. And we're pretty much at our destination here. Maybe we can cut off to the left here. Oh, if I don't fall off the side. Ah, come on, stop slipping, please. You can see it's mostly dirt and a little bit of pay dirt mixed in with it up here. There is quite a thick layer of dirt on this mountain before you get towards the more valuable materials. I don't think we've actually managed to see any coal or other deposits on our way up here so far, which is a little bit surprising. Ever so slightly surprising. Alright, just back it up there. Okay, come to the left then. Little by little. Turn from it. There we go. Let's get that blade down. Never mind. Oh, and that is I should perhaps consider getting the loader up there to finish off this last little bit. We're really struggling with sliding here down this incline, or decline I should say. Alrighty, I think we're gonna have to get the loader to finish this. I'll try one or two more times to press into the side of this hill here, but it just doesn't want to work out really. Okay, we kind of dug into the right side there. We can maintain this. So if I angle my blade into the right like that, we seem to be getting a little bit of traction. Never mind, just as I said, it doesn't want to do it. That's okay though. Whoa, relax. I don't know why we have to lose control every time I try a slight movement. Just a little bit more, please. Alrighty, let's realign and go for a final push here if we can. A little bit of an overhang there, but that's no problem. We can get out a little bit of explosives and take care of that. Should be no problem. Grab a screenshot there real quick, why not? A little bit more pushing to do then. Come on. Knock the ridge off this hilltop here for me. There we go. Come on. Last little bit. Alrighty, let's try and turn to the left there. Oh, and it would be really nice if we got all the way up here with just the one accident, but I'll have no choice but to settle for two now. Let's go ahead there and reset that real quickly. And while our chopper is dropping in our machine here, I'll run back into that roller and drive it up here just to make sure that this pad is actually drivable. But we should have no problems really. A little bit concerned about this. It's not so steep. Hopefully we can get back up this with no issue. I have to wait for my autosave to complete there, but I've been considering dropping some gravel on this just to make it kind of stand out more of a path. But I don't mind the dirt aesthetic itself. I know that we have a little bit of snow mixed in with it there. But we'll see how things go. I don't think I'll be getting the paving machine up here, that's for sure. Although it did cross my mind. Or the asphalt machine, however it's called in this game. But maybe gravel is the play. I think we'll see how things go, you know. I'm not sure too much exactly I'm going to use this path. I'm more or less creating it just to establish that we've made our way up to this top of this mountain here. But I can see myself driving up and down it a few times. Get in the 4x4 there. Oh, take it easy. Very steep decline. And I was a little bit worried about this bit here. Kind of dropping myself down into a steep bit of a gorge. Can get this vibro over the top of this hopefully here. Doesn't want to play ball too easily though. So we'll go ahead and just hit it a couple of whacks of the shovel there. I think this thunderstorm is my favourite wedding setting in this game. It is dark and gloomy, and it most definitely feels like we're up against all the odds when it's out like this. But the snow is a nice effect too. I do like the heavy snow. It's just so dark. A little bit of a hill coming up here, but it should be no problem. Actually, it's quite a bit steeper than I remember it being. But that's okay, let's see how it goes. You can see that roller there really putting in a lot of work. It makes such a difference to run this machine over the ground here. A little bit more then, and we'll jump in one of our vehicles and try and actually drive it up this path. I'm thinking the 4x4 would be a good candidate, just to see. Or the loader, but that loader drove up here with no path cut out, so it's going to have no problem getting up this hill. And my Dozer must have had an accident there when it was airlifted in. You can see it's not sitting in too much of a favourable position. Let's go ahead and let's turn that vibro off there actually. So then let's get this back in position. Lights on there. Oh. She really is a contrary machine. Unless it's on flat ground there, it's going to take a huge chunk out of everything. And you can see the blade on this when it got dropped in there, took a huge chunk out of that ground. Let's go ahead and re-push over that just to fill it in a bit. Okay, and we have some material up here on the mountain. Go ahead and take a little bit of that, see what that actually is. So we already have it in our inventory. It looks very much to me like blasted rock. No surprise that there's a bunch of rock on this mountain. The whole core of it does appear to be rock once you dig in far enough. Alrighty. go back and go again maybe. And then I think I want to use this kind of flat spot just to the front on our right there as I slide back down the hill yet again. But this flat spot, wow, fuck it. But the flat spot in front of us here, I think if I want to set up a fully automated wash plant there, we'll use coal to power it, as we have plenty of windmills on the map now, and I think I've kind of got my use out of those, and it will give us a reason to go and hunt down some coal, although I have plenty of it in the storage, so we're good for the foreseeable future. And there's some new machinery available to us as well, so we'll be definitely taking a large chunk out of this mountain top, if not completely erasing it over time. Let's try and get ourselves over to that flat spot there, and we'll call that a successful pat made. Should have enough room over there to get a fully automated plant down. We'll get ourselves a bit of a concrete foundation, of course, to make things easier. We're getting a little bit stuck there, we'll have to come back in and turn down here. And it's safe to say that we've made it to the destination now. So we can go ahead and pull our machine up there. Go ahead and get those lights off for now. Drive the roller up to, and I'll jump down and grab a vehicle suitable to test out this pathway here. It's going to be a little bit lumpy there and all over the place for the 4x4, but we'll try and take it nice and easy and get it up here in one piece. Now I'll have to do a second pass here with my roller, of course, but I'll do that on my own time. We'll just try and get it up once here on the left side, and I'll come back down then on the opposite side. Almost there. Just a little bit more power, please. We're level 58. It's good. And the rest of that path there is looking reasonably smooth. We won't worry about that too much just yet. Let me get this thing lined up for a quick pass down. Or actually, it should not take too long to drive down. We're going mostly downhill here. So let's just go ahead and bang it out quickly. Alrighty then, let's... Oh, got lucky there. Let's jump in the 4x4 there. So we've a broken engine. Let's see what is wrong with her. Battery's okay. The injectors are going there. So we got the hydraulic hose. Let's get some hydraulic hoses and injectors then. Inject. injector, we go for the high quality of course, and the hose, get the high quality there as well, why not? So then we can go ahead and change these out. We can just leave these in the vehicle storage for now. Not too worried about getting the scrap value out of those. There the injector is. So we should be able to start her up there. Beautiful. Alrighty, so let's drive to the top of our mountain here. Take it a little bit easy around the corners here. Oop. Alright, we're not gaining momentum there. Let's get ourselves a flat start here. It's going to take us an age to get up this steep hill. A ramp, I should say. Alright, slow her down there, boss man. And it doesn't like this path too much either. Whoa, we're really not going to get up this? Come on, get up there. As you can see the destruction that I've just done going up our hill there. Wow, I've kind of butchered our beautiful mountainside here. It's no longer picturesque. Just a little bit more to go there. If we can get out onto this flatter piece here, we'll be good. You can see I rolled the left side here, so let's try and stick to the left. Oh, almost lost it, but not quite this time. And yeah, we can get our vehicle or 4x4 up here with no problem. As you would have expected, I didn't expect to have much issue getting this thing up here. As we lose us on the final piece, on the final stretch, I should say. I don't think we're getting up this, are we? Almost. Come on, you can do it. Alright, let's try on the parking brake there. Do a little bit of smoothing here. Maybe I can rescue that vehicle. Come on, be good to us. We just give you a full service. Come on. No, let's be honest, it's not getting up there. So let's try and back it over here onto this path. Bit rough there. Yeah, it's far too rough with a small vehicle. And we're having a disaster. Come on. Okay, I think we can get it up here now. Oh, come on, you can do it. There we are. Alrighty, and I think we've made it to our kind of next area where we're going to set up the next operation. So I'm happy enough to call it a day there. It's definitely been... it was pretty enjoyable using the dozer there. It is a little bit frustrating, I won't lie to you. I can sometimes I just want to hit the desk. It's like, why you're not doing what I want you to do? What can you do? So in the next episode or two here, we'll look at getting ourselves established on this mountain top here. Get ourselves all the things we need up here to start taking down this thing from the top. I'm not quite sure that the camera here does justice to how high we're up. I guess this is a pretty good angle here. We're really out there. So yeah, you can see the original place where I started all the way over there in the distance. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. Cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.